Welcome back to Local Garden Queens. It's the third week of October. Temperatures have been seasonably mild and things are growing. I did some new plantings. I'm going to show you that. So let's start the tour. Of course, the comfrey looking better and better now. Would be nice if it would have looked like this maybe a month or two ago. I think it would have flowered. But anyway, I'm fine with this because those leaves are just going to put more energy into the roots and it'll just be that much bigger for next season. So the pepper plants are producing. You can see pepper plant here starting to turn some color, and another here. So, I left them alone, of course, and I'm just going to see what happens. Again, it's been fairly mild for the time of the year, so things are still moving along. Now, let me show you some of the plantings. I did come through and scattered made some rows and scattered some radish seeds. I guess this little cluster here, I kind of threw them in one spot. But there are more. You can see there's a row of radish seedlings here, and there's a few more rows like down here. Here are carrot seedlings. They dropped their seeds down here when they were leaning, and carrots have sprouted. Also mixed in are some bok choy, and of course beets. They're pretty small. They're not doing great. The sun is limited here because of a tree to the left of me, which is to the south, and it definitely takes up a lot of the sunlight throughout the day. So the back bed here where the tomatoes are, or one single tomato plant, it's looking pretty healthy. Tomatoes growing here and little ones in production. And of course there's some more bok choy mixed in here, some bok choy seedlings that are not doing too great. Again, I think it's because of the diminished sunlight. But the tomato plant looks okay, so I'm not sure what's happening. I guess it's enough sunlight for the tomato plant. So, if it's enough for the tomato, how can it be not enough for bok choy? Anyway, it's growing. They're both growing. Not as fast as I would like, of course, but they're growing. So here are the jalapeno peppers. I haven't picked anything for maybe 2 weeks now. I'm letting them turn color. I'm gonna pick some of them for seed, and the rest I'll just pick off and marinate as I've been doing. Some bok choy in the bottom here. And of course, the bell pepper plants. They're kind of stagnant at this point, I feel like. This pepper is getting bigger, but not by much. Not much growth going on. And in the back here, this was supposed to be the beets area. So they are growing. You can see some beets here. You can see some here with the red stem and some bok choy in the middle. They're growing, but very slowly. I know beets take a little while to mature. And of course, the rows of radishes I planted out here also intermixed, as radishes grow pretty fast. So I should be able to pick them before the beets are ripe, for sure. And in the back here, I decided to give the spinach one more try. So I planted out some spinach here. Nothing's come up yet. I know spinach takes a little while, but the temperatures have been pretty good for spinach and the moisture. So I'm expecting it to come up. If it doesn't, I guess I'll blame the seeds, because I feel like the conditions are optimal for spinach seedlings. And of course, the currant bush. Leaves are pretty much gone. They've been eaten. And you see the new buds waiting for next year. The tomato plant that I have growing among the currant, I had 3 nice small to medium sized tomatoes, and one day I came and they were gone. I have to assume the squirrels took them. They weren't turning color yet. They were perfectly green and they disappeared. Anyway, that's the garden. We have some goldenrod in full bloom there, which is nice for the pollinators. Of course, the basils I didn't mention, but they're there. They're doing good. I'm letting the basils flower here so I can collect some seed for next season. And of course the peppers, the tomato, and the cool season crops below are doing okay. The conditions are pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them, with the temperatures and the moisture. So the problem is the sunshine. But I think, well, what are you gonna do? I can't do anything about that, so I'll just work with what I have. So that's the garden for today. As always, like, share, subscribe, leave comments. I'll see you guys next time.